us this morning's World of Sport replay.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to World of Sport replay. And we certainly had a big day of sport yesterday with our football, the races, harness racing last night. The first thing we're going to do this morning, of course, is check the Tats Lotto numbers for last night, and I hope some of them were in your coupon. The numbers were 5, 10, 15, 16, 25 and 35. It was draw number 433. Supplementary numbers 8 and 37. And the Division 1 pool was $1.63 million. Bit of money there. Super 66, 662899, 662899. Good luck to you. I hope there's a winner there somewhere for you. We'll take this commercial break and then we'll be back to have a look at racing at Flemington. We're going to go racing now, and a reminder that we'll show you the English St Ledger a little bit later in the program. First race in the card at Flemington on a heavy track was the Henry Bolte Steeple Chase. Equal favourites Magic Paul and Remy Martin, and Remy Martin, one of the favourites, fell at the last fence in the straight the first time. It's right in front of the judges' box. Nick Harnett got his leg tangled up in the stirrup leather, and it was a very fortunate boy that Remy Martin stood practically still while he was able to extricate himself after some time. Let's have a look at the race.
Lights on, away they go. And Winnalia was one of the best to get going, with Red Roadie, who got away nicely, Cosbar the outside, and Jean's Nightmare. Glen Leith pushing through along the inside with Magic Paul as they went to the first, and Rhythmic with a nice leap has headed them all off. Rhythmic led as they head to the second jump from Magic Paul, and a couple of lengths then to Wren's Pride and Glen Leith on the inside. Remy Martin sneaking up along the rails to be about fourth as they go over the second jump now. Then Sing for Supper out wide on the track. Wren's Pride has dropped back just a little behind them from Horde. Then Winnalia over the next one, and they were followed further back by Cheltenham Town, and well back behind it Cosbar has got a long way out of its ground with Jean's Nightmare and Red Roadie. Over the next in the lane, and Rhythmic giving a dashing display, is out a half a dozen lengths in front of Magic Paul. About 8 lengths further back is Glen Leith in third place as they went over the next one. They were followed then on the outside of those horses by Winnalia. Remy Martin tucked in on the rails. They're followed by Wren's Pride as they go to the last in the lane now. Back behind those horses, Norfolk Tiger on the outside, and there's a crash there. There's 2 or 3 down. Let's see, Horde has come down, and so also has Remy Martin. The boy's got his leg caught in the stirrups, but fortunately the horse has pulled up. The other rider's up holding his arm, goes over to help him, because if Remy Martin takes off, he's in trouble. The leathers have wrapped around his feet, but the other attendants have gone over. It's all right. Let's find where the field is now. They're on the Maribyrnong side, and the leader 2,000 out is Rhythmic. 2 lengths to Magic Paul, pulling hard. 8 lengths to Winnalia. Glen Leith, Sing for Supper, followed by at the head of the others Chelone Town. On the outside of them then came Wren's Pride from Cosbar. They were followed then by Norfolk Tiger, and behind that is Equilibrium, a long gap to Jean's Nightmare and Red Roadie. Rhythmic over the last of the Maribyrnong, only 2.5 to Magic Paul, still pulling like Billy-O. About 4 lengths away Chelone Town and Winnalia, and then Sing for Supper the outside from Norfolk Tiger, threading his way through the field. Then Glen Leith, 1.5 lengths further back, Wren's Pride, followed by Equilibrium. Cosbar taken off the fence now, and forget Jean's Nightmare and Red Roadie. Abator's treble coming up. Rhythmic about 2.5 lengths to Magic Paul over it. He hit it though, and only landed a length in front of Magic Paul, who's joined him going to the second of the treble. They're over at about 5 lengths to Winnalia. Then Glen Leith nearly went. Chelone Town is fourth over the last of the treble, and Magic Paul hit it hard, and Rhythmic in front again on the fence. A half Magic Paul, 5 lengths Winnalia, Chelone Town, 2.5 Norfolk Tiger, Sing for Supper, and then Wren's Pride and Cosbar out wide. Forget the rest. They come to the double by the 1,000 metres. Magic Paul again in front, nearly a length to Rhythmic the inside, and about 4 to Winnalia, the second of the double. Magic Paul, a half Rhythmic, about 5 lengths Winnalia. Chelone Town's battling on, and then about 3 lengths Norfolk Tiger, followed by on the outside Wren's Pride, Sing for Supper and Cosbar. Here's the second last at the 600. Magic Paul, oh, he hit it, landed 2 lengths to Rhythmic, however 5 to Chelone Town, battling on. They were followed then by Winnalia under the whip, Norfolk Tiger and Wren's Pride. 400 to go. Magic Paul got away with a big lead. 4 lengths to Rhythmic, Chelone Town, Winnalia, Norfolk Tiger and a gap, Wren's Pride. Here's the last. Magic Paul about 3 in front as he draws to it now. Runs out badly but got over it well. from Rhythmic, and they're clear of Norfolk Tiger, Shalone Town, and then Winaleah. But with 200 to go and Magic Paul's run them off their legs. He's about 4 in front, going on strongly out in the centre of the track. Norfolk Tiger battling on with Rhythmic and a long gap to Winaleah. But Magic Paul's going to win it easily. Scores by half a dozen lengths. Good battle for the miners. Rhythmic keeps going to run second. Norfolk Tiger third, about 8 lengths to Winaleah. Then Wren's Pride from Shalone Town. Further back in the field, Cosbar. Next, Sing for Supper. Then Equilibrium. A good break to Glenleith, Red Roadie, and last home, Jean's Nightmare.
And equal favourite Magic Paul winning at 4 to 1. In the second race, Mrs. Mannering, the favourite from Solustris.
Light goes on and they're racing. Jumped away in a pretty good line too. Solustrious was just showing in last placing when they settled down, as Good Old Days went to the lead from Waltzing Nelly. Chargé de Fer going through on the inside from Island Spy, and Seek a Fortune outside them. Ascot's driving up towards the leaders too, and then Mrs. Mannering on the outside. A couple to Yorick, and it was followed by Lord Melwood, and 2 to Wise Decision, and last is Solustrious. Going to the 1,000, Good Old Days in front, putting the brakes on. A half length to Waltzing Nelly, 3 deep, and Ascot's the centre. 1.5 Chargé de Fer getting up on the fence, followed by Island Spy, then Seek a Fortune trapped deep. 2 lengths away then came Mrs. Mannering, then Yorick, Sir Lustrious pulled to the outside of them, and they were followed then by Lord Melville, and last of all Wise Decision in a tightly bunched field at the 600. On the corner, Good Old Days, about 3 parts to Scotch and Waltzing Nelly. Island Spy the outside, Chargé de Fer looking for a run, and so is Mrs. Mannering. Seek a Fortune to the outside, and they were followed further back by Yorick and Sir Lustrious next from Wise Decision. Scotch out after Good Old Days with 300 to go, is gradually drawing towards it. Then Mrs. Mannering, the others struggling, headed by Island Spy. Good Old Days won't give in. It's still about a neck in front. Scotch getting to it, and here's Mrs. Mannering from Warmington on Sea. Mrs. Mannering drives at the leaders, grabs them quickly, and Mrs. Mannering's charging away to win. Sir Lustrious flashing home when it's over. Mrs. Mannering won easily though, 2.5 lengths to Sir Lustrious. Very close for third. Scotch, Yorick, who got up on the fence, and just behind them Good Old Days, and wide out on the track to Island Spy. There followed after a gap Wise Decision. Then came Chargé de Fer. Seek a Fortune dropped right out of it with Lord Melwood and Waltzing Nelly.
One of the best named racehorses in the business, Mrs. Mannering. Illustrious, a very good run in second placing. In race 3, the 5 to 4 favourite Quick Work in the red colours.
There's the light. Away they go at the first attempt. Caught them well. Plaza Lad just in front as they settle down from Superior Conquest. Solar Aspect got away quite well too, and Lots of Rule going up to join the leaders now, and they settle down into stride. Lots of Rule might be just in front but not wanting to be there. Aberdooby Superior Conquest outside it with Plaza Lad the rails. They're followed by Quick Work, who's trapped 4 deep, improving his position now. Then came behind those horses Vice-like Grip and Raj Put from Norgwin High. Back at the rear, Crown Jet and Arctic Blur second last. Aberdooby led as they went by the 1600, a length and a half Superior Conquest and a half length to Lots of Rule. Quick Work still 3 deep around the outside next from Solar Aspect, and then Plaza Lad, a length and a half Vice-like Grip. They're followed by Arctic Blur on the inside of Raj Put and Norgwin High, and 2 lengths to Crown Jet. Aberdooby led to the 1200, a length and a half clear of Superior Conquest, a length Lots of Rule. Now Crown Jet's got 1 off the fence joining Lots of Rule, a length and a half Solar Aspect. Then Plaza Lad, Vice-like Grip making a little ground, and 2 lengths to Norgwin High. Arctic Blur tucked in on the fence from Raj Put and Crown Jet at the rear. They've passed the 1,000-metre mark now, and Aberdooby still 3 parts Superior Conquest, a length to Quick Work. A neck Lots of Rule scraping paint on the inside. Crown Jet making a run around them. Gouchy's hard at work here on the favourite Quick Work. Then Solar Aspect. In fact, he's gone for the whip on Quick Work, and then Vice-like Grip and Arctic Blur. On the corner, 600 out, Aberdooby the leader. In second placing, Superior Conquest. Quick Work under the whip on the outside. Lots of Rules got a dream run through as Superior Conquest ran Quick Work off the track. Into the straight, Quick Work responding to that pressure is still up there fighting for the lead with Solar Aspect and Superior Conquest from Lots of Rule, and then further back Crown Jet and Arctic Blur. 250 to go now, and Solar Aspect took the lead from Superior Conquest. Quick Work still battling on under his big weights, having a bumping duel with Superior Conquest, but Solar Aspect Aspect holding them at bay. Quick Work trying hard on the outside, but Solar Aspect in front near the line, and he's going to hang on. Quick Work still battling on. He got a big heart but didn't have a lot of luck. Solar Aspect a half length to Quick Work. Maybe Superior Conquest third from Crown Jet. A long gap to Arctic Blur. 10 lengths away Norgwen High. Then lots of Rule, Vice-like Grip. Further back in the field then was Plaza Lad, and towards the rear of the field Abadoobie and Rajput was last.
Battling win there to Solar Aspect. Quick Work 5-4 favourite and Will Do Better. The Lord Mayor's Plate. Shay Nu was the 2-1 favourite. The biggest horse at the races by far, but its heart doesn't quite match its size.
Lights on, racing, and they jumped in a good even line. Dots jumped in the air after the start and dropped out a distant last. Nothing really wanting to lead, and Amala takes it over from British and Cassins. Cordelia, length and a half final offering, a half Shay Nu, 2 to Lagana and a length and a half to Dots. Past the 1800, the leader Amala, 3 parts Cordelia pulling hard, 2 lengths away Cassins. On its inside British, and then a length and a half Shay Nu. On the rails is final offering, a length and a half to Lagana, and 1 away is Dots. 1500 out, and Amala setting an even pace now by 2 lengths to Cordelia, still pulling hard. 2.5 to British at its girth Cassins, a length and a half to 2 lengths to Shay Nu. On its inside final offering, a length into Lagana trailing Shay Nu, and a length away Dots. At the 1400, Amala led 2.5 lengths to Cordelia, a length and a half to Cassins and 1 to British, a half to Shay Nu the outside. 1.5 final offering, and Lagana on its outside, and 2 lengths away last Dots. Going to the 1100, Amala still by about 2.5 lengths. Cordelia second, 1 to Cassins third, a length to British, a half to Shay Nu is inclined to pull a bit. 2 lengths to final offering and Lagana, and about 2.5 to Dots. Heading towards the 800 metre mark, Amala by 2 lengths still to Cordelia, a half to Cassins who's travelled well. A length and a half Shay Nu joining at stablemate British, and then 2 lengths final offering and Lagana, and 3 lengths to Dots. On the corner with 6.50 to go, Amala led, Cordelia moving up to its girth, and Cassins being called on 3 deep, and Shay Nu moving up 4 wide. Then a length and a half British, followed then by final offering, a length to Lagana, and last into the straight Dots. Cordelia tackling Amala as they turn for home, with Shay Nu moving up the third, 2 lengths away, and then Cassins, and they were followed by British and final offering, and Lagana struggling, but it's Cordelia going to the lead from Amala. Shay Nu's under the whip, Cassins finding another effort, and then came final offering. It's Cordelia in front with 150 metres to go from the favourite Shay Nu, now getting to second, and then final offering, but Cordelia kept going in front. Shay Nu trying to peg it back, but Cordelia just in front as they get near the line for Bookie Graham. Samperian, it's knocked the favourite over. It's Cordelia winning it by a long neck to Shay Nu. 3 lengths away, very close for third, Amala and Cassins just in front of Lagana, and then came further back in the field would be Dots towards the rear with final offering, and one tailed right off is British.
I'm suggesting that Cordelia interfered with the favourite. When I say knocked it off, it had beaten it. The 3-year-old race was a beauty, the Ascot Vale Stakes.
There's the light racing. Rory's Jester began well. Desolante got away quite well today too. Touch of Genius wider out, and Campaign King showing speed and Reputed. It's Touch of Genius out wide, and Desolante from Preferred showing some speed over near the inside. Rory's Jester eased in behind them from Reputed, a length and a half now. Campaign King, Road Rouge, Jackson Square and Norgwen Prince. Desolante led Touch of Genius a half length at the 800, a length Preferred the rails, and Campaign King out 3 or 4 deep. 1 to Reputed, and Rory's Jester's back behind them from Jackson Square, Road Rouge and Norgwen Prince. 4.50 to go now, and Desolante a half length, Touch of Genius and Campaign King, and they've got away, putting the pace on. 3 lengths to Preferred, then Reputed. They're followed further back Rory's Jester and then Jackson Square. 3.50 to go now, and Campaign King, Touch of Genius have gone past Desolante, and Campaign King's taken the lead. Rory's Jester's full of running, but he's badly hemmed in on the inside, and Campaign King got clear. Road Rouge running on fairly, but Campaign King's got a big break with 100 to go, led by 2 lengths from Road Rouge, and then Jackson Square battling on well, but Campaign King's much too good, wins by 2 lengths to Road Rouge. Jackson Square third, 3 lengths away fourth, Reputed. Touch of Genius weakening badly next. Rory's Jester, no luck in the run. Then Desolante second last, Norgwen Prince last, and Preferred has pulled up. Preferred has pulled up 100 metres from the post.
Winner of the race just keeps on winning, Campaign King. Rory's Jester, I think, is one that will improve. He wasn't at all at home in the heavy going. In the Milady Qlty, Coral Coast, the top pick.
The lights on. This is it. Away they go. And Hepburn slow with Naliska, and Myron Spur a bit slow also. And first out, Ras Dancer from Star Style Girl, Simply Me. The Grey Gala Wish driving through to join them from Santa Oriana, half to Coral Coast. A length further back then Mockapan from Myron Spur. Then Hepburn and last Naliska. Going to the 1,000, Gala Wish careered to the lead by 2 lengths now to Simply Me, and ahead Ras Dancer tucked in on the fence. 1.5 to Star Style Girl, niggled at from Santa Oriana, and they're going hard. 2 to Coral Coast, Mockapan next. Then Myron Spur, Naliska, and last Hepburn. Gala Wish led to the 800 by 2 lengths to Simply Me, ahead to Ras Dancer the fence. 2 lengths then further back Star Style Girl, still niggled at. Ras Dancer's coming quickly at this leader. Then Santa Oriana, a length to Coral Coast, and they were followed further back Naliska to the outside from Mockapan, hard ridden. Gala Wish at the 600 about to be tackled by Ras Dancer. On the inside now Star Style Girl's got a run of it's good enough, followed then by Simply Me hanging, interfering with Coral Coast, and Santa Oriana getting up on the fence. At the 400, Gala Wish joined by Star Style Girl and Ras Dancer, 3 lengths in front of Santa Oriana and Coral Coast, and then Myron Spur, Mockapan. Star Style Girl and Ras Dancer swept to the lead with 200 to go. The stablemates are fighting it out from Gala Wish. Then Coral Coast running on, but probably too late. Ras Dancer got to the lead from Star Style Girl, and then Coral Coast near the line. It's tired Ras Dancer, but it's going to win. 3 parts of a length Star Style Girl, a Hayes Quinella, a neck to Coral Coast, no luck third. Then Gala Wish followed by Myron Spur, Santa Oriana, a long gap to Mockapan, Simply Me, and Naliska, and tailed off last is Hepburn.
Ras Dancer at 8s from stablemate Star Style Girl at 6s, and Coral Coast probably wants 1,600 metres in third placing. Fine Offer and Kiwi Slave, the Hayes pair, both well backed in the Craiglee Stakes.
They're ready, the stablemates, away they go. Kiwi Slave began very well with Not Declared and Jamaica in, and going up Dynasty Prince to join the leaders. They're followed by Irish Lord Tristark. Fine Offer is well back, but being let go as there's no pace on. He might even be in front in a minute. Then Pliancy with Fox Seal, Toujours Mio and Moss Kingdom. Dynasty Prince led at the 1,200, a half length now to Fine Offer, a length away on the inside Not Declared, and 1 to Kiwi Slave. A length and a half Jamaica in Tristark, 2 to Irish Lord going backwards, passed by Fox Seal and Moss Kingdom. A length further back to Jour Mio and Pliancy last. At the 1,000, Dynasty Prince slowing them right up a little over a length to Fine Offer, and a half away on the inside then came Not Declared. 1 to Kiwi Slave, next is Tristark, followed on the outside by Moss Kingdom, and they're crawling on the inside Jamaica in. Pliancy taking off from Fox Seal, Irish Lord and Toujours Mio. 800 out and Dynasty Prince a half to Fine Offer. Kiwi Slave moving up 3 deep. Tristark 4 wide. Moss Kingdom goes up a line of 5. Then a length away behind those horses, Fox Seal making his run, followed by Jamaica in, Not Declared, Pliancy. Then Irish Lord and Toujours Mio last into the straight. On the corner and Fine Offer led on the rails. Kiwi Slave hanging a bit about 4 out, tackling him with Tristark. Then Dynasty Prince, Fine Offer kicked a length and a half in front. Then Fox Seal and Moss Kingdom. With 300 to go, Fine Offer 2 lengths to Kiwi Slave and Tristark. Then Dynasty Prince battling on from Fox Seal, and further back Moss Kingdom, who's beaten. Fine Offer clear at the 150, a length and a half to stablemate Kiwi Slave and Tristark. He's holding them safely at the moment. Fine Offer's coming away, in fact, and Fine Offer's going on to win it well. Tristark battles on strongly for second, Kiwi Slave third. Fourth is Fox Seal, and then Dynasty Prince, Jamaica in, Not Declared, Pliancy. About 6 lengths to Toujours Mio, Moss Kingdom second last, and Irish Lord was last home.
Good win to Fine Offer at 2 is the favourite Kiwi Slave, every chance at 7 to 4, and so to the last, and there was a big plonk here on Base Fee from 4 to 1 to 2's favourite.
Wise call, very towy. Racing, jumped away in a good even line too. Bit of a squeeze out wide, and Base Fee and Great Poet collided pretty heavily. And Wise Call, one of the leaders with Colonial King and Exemption, and Testimony going through to head them all off now. Then Glen Morriston followed by Centauria at the head of the others, and Base Fee and Great Poet going to the outside on their own. At the 800 metre mark now, and Colonial King went to the lead from Testimony. About a length further back came Exemption, moving into a handy position from Glen Morriston and Wise Call. Centauria's just behind that bunch of horses from IKEA, and down the outside Great Poet and Base Fee raced together. Colonial King got about 4 lengths in front on the flat side at the 300, but he's got desperate. Testimony getting to it now, and on the outside of them Wise Call. Centauria starting to run home pretty well in the centre, and down the outside Base Fee took over from Great Poet. Centauria going fast out in the centres, tackling Wise Call is the leader, and Centauria went to the front now from Wise Call, and Base Fee's the one might be in front of them all down the outside. Base Base Fee the leader. They're followed now by Centaurea, who's running on well, and Crime of Passion. Base Fee and Centaurea, nothing much in it. Crime of Passion in the centre, Base Fee's in front, and Base Fee's won it from Crime of Passion. Centaurea third, then Wise Call. Next, Glen Morrison, Testimony, tired badly from Great Poet. Eureka Gold was never in the race from Exemption. Colonial King stopped to a walk, then Desperate Sweep, and IKEA has run last.
Big Plunge landed on Base Fee into 2-1 favourite. Now we'll check the TAB doubles results throughout Australia. The extra in Melbourne, 7 and 8, $83.85. The daily double, 6 and 2, $13.20. The quadrella 8, 6, 1, 2, $1,964.65. The extra Sydney, 4 and 1, $4.80, and the daily double 8 and 12, $63. In Adelaide, the extra 16 and 7, $26.65. The double 8 and 1, $11.85. And at Bendigo, the extra 1 and 7, $12.40. The daily double 1 and 10, $53.10. And the quadrella double 197, $739.95.